What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting to you from the D. And this whole situation in Sin City has been big news. I got an update for you guys with that. A bit of info that I came across via police report. So let me share this with you. Uh, the victims have been identified. We knew them by their YouTube handles, which was Finny the Legend and Bubbly. The male, aka Finney, his name is Rodney Finley. He's age 44. The wife, Bubbly Tanisha Finley, age 43. So, yeah, in their 40s, like we knew. Manuel Ruiz, aka Sin City Manny, the man who went off the deep end and struck them down. He was age 41. Again, these are grown folks' ages. So that's the thing that I find to be sad about this is that people in this age range kind of carried on a YouTube beef, some social media stuff to this degree for this long to where it turned into what it did. There was footage because you're not gonna believe this, but Manuel Ruiz tried to convince the police that he acted in self-defense. Now, obviously, that's not what happened, but let me give you his recount of what he claims happened. According to him, him and his wife were on the strip walking, just doing them. And they just happened to come across Finney and Bubbly. He claimed Finney reached for his waistband and said, "What up, cuz?" He feared for his life and fired in self-defense. He then fired on Bubbly because she looked like she was holding something shiny and black and he thought it was a gun, so he fired on her too. That's such BS. And clearly he didn't know they were streaming. He says he didn't know that they were live streaming, and obviously so, because this story that he told the police is insane compared to what actually happened. None of what he described in his storytelling whatever to the police, none of what he said is in that video. At no point in that video do you hear Rodney say, "What up, cuz?" He like gets out of the frame. I don't know what that was about, how he like jumped out of the frame so quick or whatever. I don't know if he was anticipating that he was about to do something to him or what, but he seemed pretty spooked. He never yelled, "What up, cuz?" And Tanisha never ever looked like she was holding anything. So this was just straight up garbage. This is a really garbage story to tell. There's surveillance footage that the police were able to get after he did what he did. He removed his hat and shirt and then stuck his gun between a fence and a wall by the Paris Hotel valet area. He then took a ride share to a friend's house where he was hanging out at for a few hours. The friend told him, you should turn yourself in. It's the right thing to do, yada, yada, yada. Eventually, he does that. So that's how he ended up being booked and telling this story to the police, a tale of self-defense that never happened. So I'm expecting him to plead not guilty, honestly, because just based on the story he told the police, this man is taking no accountability for what happened. And it's crazy because let's say hypothetically the whole thing wasn't on live stream. You're in Vegas, man. You're on the strip. There's cameras everywhere there. So just surveillance cameras would have been able to dispute that story he told. This man he told a story that was silly on its face. It's like he forgot that he was leaving receipts out there. It's like he forgot that he was making threats on the internet about doing something to him, about doing what he did to him. He was making threats on the internet about it. It's like he forgot that he was out there looking for him all day, saying that he'd been to all the casinos and he trying to find him. It's like he forgot that he put those receipts out there himself. One of the things that is kind of insane, and it's just kind of foreshadowed what happened. It was like what, the day before or something like that this happened. Rodney Finley, he had did like some 5 or 6 hour stream, because as I said, he would talk about Manny and his wife very often. In this video, he is roasting him, his face paint, and he's talking about the his wife, like she got fat in her back and all that. I don't know what that's about, man. Honestly, don't talk about nobody wife. That's like an unwritten rule. Don't talk about nobody wife. Leave people kids out of it. Leave people wife out of it. Like don't talk about nobody like they wife, dude. That's they chick. So don't talk about nobody wife. So he was really out of pocket with that. Not saying that he deserved the reaction that he got from it, but there were lines that were crossed that were absolutely against the bro code, the unofficial gentleman code. Even if we got beef, you don't bring up nobody family. But in that stream of him roasting Manny and his wife, he was saying that he thought that Manny was on the edge of doing something to himself, and he was doing hand gestures like him, putting something to his chin. You know what I'm talking about here. And he was making a gesture of swiping across his wrist. You know what he means by that. Trying to keep it PG because I don't want no smoke from YouTube. So yeah, he was on stream saying that he was on the verge of doing something, but to himself, and that's not what ended up happening. He was on the verge of doing something deadly. He was very accurate about that, but it wasn't to himself. Ain't no telling how long he was sitting laying in wait for the next time they came to Vegas for him to do what he did. And when they came there and was doxing a location, he went there. I saw the daughter. This is Rodney and Tanisha's daughter. She had made some post on social media saying R.I.P. mom and dad. She said that her and her father share a birthday on the 14th, and that she never dreamed she'd have to face that alone. And then Father's Day the day after, and that's what I mean, y'all. Y'all have heard me say this before about that crashing out stuff, about getting involved in stuff that's gonna take you away from your family. That's what I mean. You got a daughter. She lost her mother and her father at the same time over something petty as all get out. Those are the real losers. The people who these things affect, the people around the petty squabble that are so heavily impacted by the selfish and immature actions of the people involved. So I'm gonna leave it there though, you guys. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. And hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.